Hey everybody, Storm Track 8 meteorologist Marcus Bailey. Happy Monday to you. Want to give you a midday weather webcast update, and pretty nice day outside with just a few clouds and mild temperatures, lots of sunshine. These were the temperatures around noon, right around 73 at the Indianapolis International Airport. Same thing up in Zionsville. And over at Mount Comfort, 75. So mid-70s pretty much across the board, and I think that we will see numbers getting into the upper 70s. We could knock on the door of around 80 degrees later on today, so we'll be in pretty good shape. Notice a little bit of the cloud cover that's out to our west. You can see just across or west of the Mississippi River. That is a cold front that will be working our way as we head later tonight and overnight, and that's going to bring us some rain chances. But I don't think we're going to see any of that rain until this evening. So let's kind of just talk about what's heading our way. First, I'll show you the high-resolution model here. This is the NAM, and we'll take you through the late-night hours. Let me back it up here, and we'll go starting around noon. You can see the timestamp here on the top right where it says Monday, 1200 Eastern Daylight Time. So that is our time, and as we start rolling through the rest of the afternoon, no problems. I think you'll still have some of these little puffy cumulus clouds here and there, but I think we're going to be dry for the evening drive. And then as we get to around midnight, you start to see a line starting to form in northern portions of Indiana. And that will continue to sag down to the south overnight. So I think some of our northern counties, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, will start to have some rain, maybe even a few thunderstorms. By around 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, we'll likely have some of this rain and a few thunderstorms hanging around the metro area, central portions of the state, and then that line will kind of sag farther south as we get deeper into the morning. That's around 10 and 11 o'clock in the morning, and then continuing throughout the rest of the afternoon. Don't think it's going to be an all-day rain, and then as this boundary kind of just camps out down to our south, we'll leave the chances for these isolated pop-ups here and there. So again, not going to be a complete washout through the day, but do be prepared that you could run into a shower or thunderstorm at any given time. Now, we're not anticipating any severe weather, but there could be some heavy rainmakers as we roll into that. Same thing goes as we head into our Wednesday with that boundary that's going to be just kind of hanging, really, and I said all weekend long on Daybreak if you were joining us, anywhere between I-70 and really the Ohio River. This front is just going to kind of camp out, and because of that, you have these waves that will kind of roll through, and that will agitate the atmosphere just enough that you can get a few of these showers and storms that will roll through. So that will take us through last frame there, Wednesday early evening, again with some rain around. And I'll talk a little bit more about the latter portion of the forecast coming up, because that's not our only rain chance. In terms of severe weather, this is for today, specifically this afternoon and tonight. Slight risk for severe weather, Rockford, Chicago, Peoria, Illinois, even around Springfield, in that slight risk for severe weather. There are some of the towns that are impacted. There actually is a marginal risk for severe weather in the extreme northern portion of Indiana. The lighter green that you see, just a general thunderstorm threat, so no severe weather threat for us. What's getting a lot of buzz on social media and something that we will be watching in the weather world with great interest is tomorrow, Tuesday, April 25th. You can see there the bullseye in the Central Plains. Moderate risk for severe weather includes cities like Wichita, Oklahoma City, and Norman. Southern portions of Nebraska, Lincoln kind of on the edge of that moderate risk. There's only one more risk higher than that. That would be a high risk. So this is going to be an interesting setup. There's all modes of severe weather in play, and the potential that there could be a severe weather outbreak going on in the Central Plains tomorrow. You can see the percentages here pretty high, 45% in that moderate risk. So it's basically a 50-50 shot of severe thunderstorms that are going to be taking place southern Nebraska, central Kansas, northern Oklahoma. So we'll be watching that with great interest. There's a lot of dynamics that are going into this. I'll kind of dive into it here, since we're not going to have a lot going on severe weather-wise for central Indiana. This is instability, and this is a measurement called CAPE. convective available potential energy is what CAPE stands for. So it's air partials that are able to rise freely, something you need, what we call instability, to fuel some of these storms. And anything when you get to 2,000 or higher is eye-catching. You get into the 4,000, 5,000 area, that's some big time. And you can see where I'm kind of hovering the mouse over there. Central portions of Kansas, along the Kansas and Oklahoma border. You're looking at 4,500, 5,000. So that is plenty of instability to get things going. This is it's called the significant tornado parameter. And you see the legend there on the bottom of your screen. I'll kind of move this over there so my face isn't in the way. But anything that's a 1 or above is something worth noting. And so you see a lot of green here. The dark green is indicating 1. And you start getting to some areas here where it's 2, 2.5, and then you get up into the portions of northern Kansas, and you're getting into 4. I think I've seen it max as high as 4.5. So, yeah, pretty close to 4.5 there. So there's going to be a lot of spin in the atmosphere going on. So the ingredients certainly there for long-lived, strong, dangerous tornadoes down in the Central Plains. So again, we'll be watching that with great interest. All right, let's talk about closer to home here. I mentioned the rain chances for today as this cold front starts to move through. This is Tuesday early afternoon. Again, we already mentioned about some of the rain that will be kind of hanging around Wednesday as well. And then Thursday is going to be that system that's going to bring the severe weather in the Central Plains starts to make its way into central Indiana. Now, the good news is it loses a lot of its energy. It doesn't have the dynamics like it does out in the plains. So severe weather for us, at least at this point, not anticipated. However, there's going to be a lot of moisture with this, so rain, pretty steady rain. I think Thursday is probably going to be our best chance for rain, and a few thunderstorms throughout much of the day. Now, this system's going to move out, and I think by Friday, we're dry. We're not quite done with the rain, though. There's going to be kind of a brief period of drying out before our next wave moves in. This is Saturday early afternoon, and it looks like at least the first half of your Saturday looks to be dry, but then the rain starts to slide in Saturday evening, and it looks like to carry over into Sunday, and that is a very wet look, potentially some heavy rain to close out the weekend on Sunday, first day of May, by the way. And then that carries over also into Monday. And I think as far as this will go is into early next week, Tuesday early morning, and that system kind of pulls away and we'll get some drier air. So kind of a busy forecast here over the next 7 to 8 days. In terms of how much rain we could see, this is the 5-day rainfall amounts. This will take us all the way into Saturday morning, so it's not going to factor in what we could see over the weekend. And areas in purple here, which is basically from, it's the southern half of the state essentially, about 1.5 inches to maybe as high as 2 inches of rainfall. And a lot of that's going to end up coming down on Thursday when we get the steady rain. Let's talk about the temperatures over the extended here. Temperature's actually pretty mild, upper 70s and then eventually low 70s, even with the rain that's going to be coming through. Now, obviously, if you get some heavy rain that comes in, that's going to knock the temperatures down. But because it's not going to be consistent rain for Tuesday and Wednesday, you'll probably have a chance to see some of those numbers rebound with maybe a few peaks of sunshine. Now, once that potent system on Thursday pulls away, we're going to cool things down a bit, closer to normal for this time of year, maybe even a little bit below that. Mid-60s, upper 60s as we head into the weekend. And we'll kind of hang there even through early next week to start off the month of May before we start to climb the ladder again by the end of next week, and then heading into the following weekend where we should see numbers starting to rebound into the 70s. So that's where we kind of stand right now. Again, busy week, but in terms of severe weather for central Indiana, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape. Just got to deal with some rain and then some slightly cooler temperatures. Again, all eyes are going to be on the plains as we head into Tuesday. All right, I am in tonight for 24-hour news 8, 5, 6, 10, and 11. Of course, we'll have updates on the blog at wishtv.com. And if you have any questions or, of course, your weather photos, I know it's a beautiful day, but we'd love to see how you're kind of enjoying your afternoon. You can submit those to our Storm Track 8 Facebook page or email us at weather@wishtv.com. Have a great Monday. We'll see you on the TV side tonight, and we'll talk to you soon.